What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new series here on the channel. I'm everybody's big brother Cookie. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I do hope you all are having an absolutely bro-tastic day so far. And as I said, welcome to a brand new series here on the channel. I wanted to kind of get my feet wet, dip them into something I've never done before. We are in a, as you can tell, a creative, flat world. And I figured this would be a good chance for me to try out some tutorial style videos showcasing some of the builds we're doing in the Minecraft Manual series. Today we're going to start off with our little bitty house that we built to put our enchanting setup in. It's just a simple little house that can be used for a lot of different things. You can use it as a starter home, you can use it as a little storage area, you can use it as all kinds of things. We used it to house our enchanting table and our bookshelves and stuff, but it's going to be part one. At least this one will be a part one of the first series, and it's going to be our kind of our farming village style houses, if you will. So let's jump straight into things and get started. Starting off, these are the primary blocks we are going to be using for our build. We'll use a few other ones as well along the way, but these will be the primary blocks we're going to be using. Oak logs, oak planks, oak stairs, and oak slabs, and then spruce planks, stairs, slabs, stone, cobblestone, and wool. And of course I'm using my texture pack, so I probably need to take that off real quick. Hang on. All right, there we go. Want to do this one completely in the default textures. And then over here are a few of the other blocks that we're going to be using: spruce trapdoor, oak fence, oak gate, and of course the campfire. I want to go ahead and get rid of the campfire's noises because they irk me. I don't know why they irk me, they just do. And then over here we've got some variants. We are going to vary up the style of, or the texture of some of our build, mainly the stone type and the wool. And I brought in a few blocks here that you can use to kind of vary out. Like our stone things, you can bring in any of these if you wanted to, and of course our white wool, you can use these and just give it a little bit of a texture difference. We'll get all to that soon, but we're going to start off by placing a 4-high pillar in all 4 corners of our 7x7 square here. It's just a simple 7 blocks long, 7 blocks wide square, and that is all this is. We're going to start off by placing, again, 4 pillars in all 4 corners, like so. The front of our house, whichever one you want the front to be, we're going to bring up 2 more pillars and make them 3 high, leaving a block in between each. And now all we're going to do is simply connect our the top of each of these pillars together, and that will give us the frame of the bottom of our house, our first floor here. And there we go. We've got the frame in. Now we can move over to our stone, and we're going to just fill in all the rest of this with stone. And there we have it. We've got the whole thing filled in with stone. And we're going to come back and again detail this here in just a little bit. Let's go ahead and get the outline for our roof put into place. We're going to start off by looking at the door of our house, and then looking at each pillar and placing an upside down stair facing inward like so, and that's going to help us get the start of our roof. We're going to place a stair going up, and then we're going to actually place a stair, upside down stair facing away from the house, like so. And we're going to do this on both sides like so, and then we're going to actually put a full plank and another full plank. We'll come in and place another stair, and then of course we're going to do the exact same thing and place 2 upside down stairs facing away from the house, another full plank, stair, and then we're going to place another one right here facing away from the house. And then on top of the house we're actually going to place a normal stair facing in towards the house. Come back around and place 1 more upside down stair facing away, and that is going to be our roof shape. We can continue doing this on all 4 sides. Come to the middle of the building and place, look at the corners and place your stairs. That's a good easy way to remember how to do this, is just simply look out, place, and that kind of gives you the start of our roof, or at least this section of the roof. Then always remember to make sure these that are upside down are facing away from the house. That just gives it a little extra depth and a little extra detail, instead of the same old normal, the one where a lot of people just do it like this, which is fine. If that's what you like, you can go for that. It's not a bad look at all. This is just the one we went with for the Minecraft manual series. So we're going to go ahead and place that there, upside down facing away, upside right facing in, and then another upside down facing away. Let me go ahead and get these last 2 corners in. And with all 4 sides in, the last thing we're going to do right now on the roof is connect all of these up with these slabs like so. And that's just going to give us a nice little bit of detail and break up the color of the oak as we look at it from a distance. And one thing you can do, you can either do it with slabs like so, you can also just continue the stair in like this, whichever one you prefer. I like this style on a lot of builds, but this one, it just didn't seem to fit quite as well. So we're going to go with the slabs, and then starting with the one directly next to the stair on the outside, place another one like so. And then we're just going to fill in all of these like so. And that's going to give it a nice texture. I think the one, if we use the stairs, I felt like it was just a little bit too busy. But I like the way, the spacing of the planks. So there we go. We've got our roof outlined. Now we can actually go ahead and fill in our roof. Anywhere you see a stair, one of these spruce stairs, you can come in with an oak stair and place. Anywhere there is a spruce plank, like so, you come in with an oak plank and place that one. If you're doing in this survival, I would recommend doing the planks first. I find it just to be a little bit easier because now I can switch over to my stairs, place those, jump up, and just continue on. To me, that's just a little bit easier than doing it just simply layer by layer. So here we are, stairs, so we place a stair. Spruce planks, so we place oak planks inside. We're going to go ahead and do that again with up here, and then just fill in the last little bit with our stairs. And now we're going to come back after everything's said and done and dirty up the roof some and make it look a little more interesting than what it already does. Something I'd learned from Wells Knight, who was doing a lot of Minecraft, and he is kind of taking a break from it. But he is a phenomenal builder, and one of the things I've learned from him is to kind of build up what you're doing first. That way you have a nice blank canvas to work with. It's like a painting. You want that nice blank canvas to work with. So we're not going to worry about the detailing until we get the structure completely done, of which we are pretty much done now. All that's left now is grabbing our white wool and filling in these little sections of the ceiling. Now you only need to do 3 here and then 2 up like so, but if you're one of those who want it to be completely full, you can go ahead and fill in the whole thing if you would like. It doesn't bother me too much, so I just fill in what I need to. Especially early game, if you're using this as a starter house, you're going to want to save on your resources. So there we go. And then last but not least, we'll fill that in right there. Now our house is structurally complete. It's not even a bad house. Just looking at it like this, it's a nice, simple house. It's got everything you need in it. And it looks good. But we can make it look better with some details. And to start off with our details, the first thing I like to do are the windows. And I forgot to place these down here, but we are going to use some stone stairs and some cobblestone stairs. You can also use the andesite and all those if you would like to, stone brick. But we're just going to stick with the simple ones for right now. So this is where our window's going to be. And instead of using glass for this, I feel like the fence post here used as a window really fits the theme that we're going with for these builds, these farming village style builds. So we're going to go ahead and knock out these 4 around it as well, and we're going to just kind of mix match something like that, put in some stairs and upside down stairs, and that just gives your window a little extra depth right here and a little extra detail, and I think it looks pretty good. Moving on around to the side of our house, we are going to put a chimney on this side. So I'm just going to build up a little bit right now and leave this. We'll come back to the chimney later, but this will let me know that I don't need to put a window here. This is where our chimney is going to go, but we can go ahead and detail a little bit of this like so, and just switch in. Try to be as random as you can. It's so hard. It's very difficult to try to be random. If you're looking at something, you're like, this needs to go there, and we end up doing patterns, but be as random as you can. Over here, we're going to knock out 3 on the back of the house here, grab our fence post, and place 3 in there, and we've got a nice big window back here, like so. And now we can come through and just break out a bunch of these as random as you can. That way it doesn't look like there's much of a pattern. Maybe one more right there. And that'll do for this side. And then over here, we're going to knock out 2 here and 1 more right here. We're going to place a spruce, upside down spruce stair right there. And we're going to actually have a doorway coming out right here. If this is a starter house, this will lead out to your garden. If not, it's going to be decorative purposes only. We're going to go ahead and knock this one out and place a stair there as well. And that just makes for a good little doorway. So we just need to go ahead and fill in a little more of this and that looks pretty good. So just adding that little bit of detail has already made the house look so much better. It looks very, very good now, but we're not done yet. We're going to keep going. And we're going to start off by going ahead and adding in our roof, or our chimney here, by taking those all the way up. And then you can also do the same thing, if I can fly, right here, bring up these just a little bit, maybe like so, and then bring one up there, and that looks pretty good. Again, come through and mess it all up with some cobble here and there and different things. I like to try to get a little bit of cobble up here where people can see. Place one more right there, maybe. Nah, I don't like that. Like so. That'll do. That'll do just fine, like so. And then one thing I like to do for this is actually knock out this upside down stair and bring it down 1, and then we can continue that little peek out. And I feel like that makes it match up with the house a little bit better. It's 1 block further out than the rest, but when you're looking at it from the side and different things, you can't tell, and it just makes it feel and fit a little bit better there. Something else we're going to do is bring in, again, some of our stairs, like so. We're just going to plop some of these down like this, and maybe one of those there, one of those there, one of those there, and kind of gives it a little more of a rounded feel to it, like so. And now is where we're going to use our campfire. So we're going to grab our campfire, we're going to grab some spruce right here, and we're actually going to grab a wall that I forgot. You can use any of the walls that you want to. You can use stairs, you can use half slabs, any of those will work. They're not technically a full block, and because they're not a full block, then you don't have to worry about them stopping the smoke from going up. And I'm sitting here trying to put out the smoke. The noises bother me, but what we're going to do is we're going to place the campfire right here. That gives us our nice little chimney smoke, but it looks a little weird, so we're going to cover the fire up, because it's not often you find fire coming up all the way through the chimney. That gives us a nice little chimney effect, and we're just going to place a wall on top. And again, the stairs can work, the slabs can work, anything will work there as long as it's not a full block. It'll still allow that smoke through. So we've got ourselves a nice chimney now. With that, we're going to come back in here and dirty up the wool a little bit. I really like the concrete powder, the white concrete powder it goes really well with the wool, just a very slight texture difference, little shade difference in there as well. But I think that looks really good together. I think we're going to knock this one out and just put a little bit of diorite in here as well. Not much, just to give it a little extra detail and kind of makes it pop, if you will. Definitely makes it pop a little bit, like so. Come over here, we're going to do maybe these two like that, maybe that one there, and then this side you don't really need to do too much. We'll just do that there and maybe one there. So with that, we're actually going to go ahead now and add a nice little planter box in here. I think we're going to have a window. Let's see here, the front of the house. So we're going to put a window right here, meaning that's going to fall. So let's go ahead and just switch these out real quick, like so. And we'll grab our fence, we'll put our fence there for our window, and then we're going to put a little planter box in front of it. That's going to add a little extra shape, a little extra depth into it, and make it look really good. So then what we're going to do here is take our spruce trapdoors and cover up this dirt block that we placed, like so. And we are going to grab our planks back, and we're going to put our slabs back, and we're going to put a slab underneath it as a nice little foundation for our planter box, and you can put whatever plant you want in here. I like the spruce sapling, so let's go ahead and put the spruce sapling right there. That looks good. And then we're going to go ahead and take this one a little bit further and make ourselves a nice little, what's the word I'm looking for? Awning. That's what I'm looking for. A little awning for our house here. We're just going to bring this up like so. The oak fence, I think it contrasts pretty well with the oak's logs and gives us a nice little awning here. And I don't think I like that as much, so we're going to switch those out and place some stairs. That looks a little bit better. And now we've got a nice little doorway going into the house, a little extra detail. We can come on around to the back and do the exact same thing. We can knock us out a window, place in our fence, place our dirt right there, grab our spruce trapdoors, place it on all three sides like so, place our tree, and then underneath we're just going to stick with a plank here. We're not going to worry about adding in the awning. So with that, we are actually almost finished with the house. We need to dirty up the roof a little bit, and dirtying up the roof is a little bit tricky. Again, it comes back to that whole trying to be random thing, and all you have to do for this is come up here and turn some of your stairs maybe sideways. I like to put a plank back underneath there, and that just breaks up this roof a little bit. You can also bring in some of the spruce, bring that in a little extra, like maybe right here. We can put a spruce one there, and that just dirties it up and makes it a lot more interesting to look at. You've got the plain bland roof over here, which still isn't bad. If that's what you like, that's fine. But if you want to add a little extra interest to your builds, it's always nice to be able to break these up a little bit. And one of the things you can do is actually put in some full blocks here and there. Let's go ahead and break this one. We'll turn it sideways and place us a plank back there. Let's go ahead and just bring this one down as a spruce, and maybe this one is a spruce, and that looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and turn, let's see here. Let's go ahead and turn this one sideways as well, like so. So let me go ahead. I'm going to finish up dirtying up the roof, and I'll be right back with you. And with our roof dirtied up now, our house is pretty much complete. We can go ahead and grab ourselves a door. I'm going to go with the spruce door. I believe I like the spruce door pretty well. So we're going to come in here. We're probably going to go ahead and knock that out and place a full one here. You can go with whatever you want to, and place the door inward like that. Again, just adds that extra little bit of detail, and it looks really good with our upside down stair up there. Actually, I forgot to go ahead and do this first. Let's go. There we go. And done. All that's left now is adding in our little garden area. And to build our little garden area, we're going to start off right here, just a couple away from the door and one back in from the very corner here. And we're going to come out 3 with that. With our fence, place a oak log, 3 more oak log, 1, 2, 3 oak log, 3 oak log, 3. I think you all probably get the pattern there, and it's just a simple little area for a nice little farm we can put in here. We can break out a few of these and put some gates in there. Maybe instead of this one, let's go ahead and put one back here. That way we can come in through the front or the back, either or, and we are good. We're going to go ahead and bring up from our oak logs a couple of more fence as a pillar. And there's multiple things you can do with your roof. I've seen a lot of people. I really like this where you take these fence gates. It's a little expensive, but you can place these fence gates coming all the way across like so. And it connects up really good. And I really like the way it looks as a kind of a top border here. If I can get them to place properly, it's a little tricky. Nope, not quite. There we go. Like, oh, come on. See if we can get it from, there we go. That was a little harder, or that was a little easier said than done. Now there's multiple things you can do here. You can bring in some spruce slabs like so and just fill in the whole thing. You can bring in maybe some oak slabs. If I can grab me one of those real quick. This is what I did on the single player world. I just outlined it with the spruce like so, and then I brought the oak 1 block higher, and that looks pretty good. There's a lot of different variations you can go with. I think for this one, I want to go with the spruce here, and then the spruce trap doors coming out. Campfires also make a really, really good block to put up here. Let me go grab one of those real quick, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. We can come back over here and place, see which way I have to place it. This way, it looks like. Just come straight along right here and grab you a shovel. Little Minecraft tip of the day: you can use a shovel to put out your campfires. Then you don't have to worry about water going everywhere. But those work really well as well. If you look under it, the coal's a little annoying, but all in all, it looks pretty good, especially with the trapdoors. You can, again, do this right here. But campfires can be a little on the expensive side early game, so I think for right now, we're just going to stick with our planks, like so. And then one more row of them right here. And there we go. We've got our nice little area for a garden. We can come in here, we can plant a garden, and not have to worry about things trying to kill us too awfully much. All that's left now is you might want to add a little bit of lighting. I like the lanterns. I think the lanterns were a phenomenal addition to the game. I think they look good all over the place. And another little tip to help with things, we've tried to keep this as random as possible and not symmetrical and things, and that just adds a lot of different aspects to your build. And try to do the same with your lantern placements. It's super easy to come through and put one on the middle of everywhere, each of these fence, but try not to do that. You only need a couple. Maybe place one over there and then maybe one right here, and that will make things again just look a little bit more interesting. Maybe even move this one over, take a look and see where you like it. But I think that looks pretty good right there. Yeah, that looks much better. And then I'm going to add in a slab in all four of these corners. That way I can place a lantern, and that just kind of helps protect the house, especially if you're playing survival. You don't want to walk outside and find a creeper waiting on you. That's never pleasant. And there we have it. I figured I'd jump over into the shader pack and kind of show off the final result. We've got ourselves what to me is a phenomenal little house. There's not a lot to it. It'd be great for a nice little starter house. You can put you a floor here, have 2 floors, and you got plenty of room in here for at least the first few days of Minecraft. You can put you a storage system in, put you a crafting table, your bed, all the essentials you need. You've got your garden over here, but not just another box of dirt or cobblestone. You've got yourself a good looking little starter house, or again, a shed where you can put stuff, an enchanting setup. It fits an enchanting setup really well inside of there. All kinds of different things that you can do with this. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. It helps out the channel. I just opened up a brand new merch shop. We've got t-shirts, we've got pins, we've even got face masks, we got notebooks, we got totes or little bags, carrier bags. We've got all kinds of things over there in the Kuya merch store. Link will be down in the description below. But I think that's pretty much it. Don't forget to subscribe, all that stuff. Stuff, things, words. And as we look off into the sunset, I do appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Hope y'all have an absolutely brotastic rest of your day. And until next time, have fun, be good, and we'll see you all later.